Welcome back for yet again some more Europa Universalis 4 with the Art of War DLC and of course the Veritas at Fortitudo 2.0.3 mod. So we're still playing as Amato, and last time we did do it again, you know. We are basically on a very interesting point in this game because we are basically the dominant force or the biggest force in Japan, and that also makes it that this little series, so the series is called For Japan. The series ends once we've actually got the whole Japanese mainland completely conquered, and that gives us room to do a different game, or we could continue this series under a different name, and then for me under a we will just restart the counting, so it won't this series then ends, and then we could continue as Japan, and I do believe that we could do some damage to basically the I want to say the mainland, but it really depends how the force limits in its completely works, because basically, because we are a daijo, we are very much limited in a way. I mean, it feels that we are limited in a way, that we cannot, how do you say it? We don't really have the full potential of this land, I do find. I mean, of course, our army force limit is 11, but we are rolling with the quantity ideas, and yeah, I do hope that once we've become a let me check. So we are a daimyo, and that gives us, well, basically no. It doesn't say that we are limited, and perhaps I am wrong that we are not per se limited, because if we were to play as a smaller nation or a European small nation, we most likely would have the same problems. However, we are a daimyo, and I can't really see which other government types we could become, but I sure as hell would like to become a imperialistic nation very early on, and not wait until the 1900s. So our naval research is wrong. Well, they must be right, of course. And we just had a stability increase, which is also very nice. We are basically waiting for our truces to basically end, and what we also would like to do is increase our army infrastructure, because even though that we've been winning all the wars, our manpower is becoming a little bit low, and we should make sure that that keeps on going on and on and on. So let's see, we will build armories where we will where we want them, because an armory gives us a local manpower modifier of 5% and a local recruitment time reduction of also 5%. Okay, and for some reason we've just gained a okay, we are now bordering with the Satomi nation, which could become interesting. I sure as hell hope. Well, let's see how interesting you could be, because I do believe. Okay, so you are allied with the Mijoshi nation, are one of our allies, and we are not too friendly with one another, and we do not have a truce with you. Okay, if we were to go to war, Yusugi would join me, and your allies would join you. We will not have any penalties because we don't have any truces or so. So it could actually be very interesting to just invade your ass, because yeah, that's it. One question though, could we actually pull it off? So not yet, of course. We will not engage just yet. Because we definitely want our manpower at, well, at least at 15,000, because of course when you go to war you get the increased force limits for going to war, which is of course very handy. Okay, so we have a call of arms. So the nation of Yusugi Your faithful ally is requesting that you come to their aid in the Yasuki conquest of Yamanouchi against Yamanouchi. This is a war they have started. Yamanouchi's ally to Oda, Satomani, and Mogami. So let's just look at the map a little bit here. Okay, so you basically have the war I wanted to start, but yeah. We need to make a choice here. We do have 50 prestige, but we do have some prestige to work around with. And if we were to ignore this completely, so if we were to let you go, because I have been saying for some time now, we have a very strong alliance, however it is restricting our growth in a way. So if we want to let go of Yasugi, that would mean that Yasugi would basically die a very quick and painless death, and that would also mean that the little nation of Mijoshi is very much open for the grabs without raising an additional army. So we will just be not too faithful of an ally anymore. So of course they will hate us for it. Actually not that much. So let's see. Dishonored Alliance is 25 and refused to join our war is minus 50. That's not that bad. I suppose it is because we have improved relations. Anyway, let's check how this little thing is pulling off. How many? Okay, so you are only allied to Yasugi. Okay, so we will just engage right here. Second question, how much aggressive expansion are we looking at? 25. I think we can just take you on without any problems. Do we have any truces with you? So let's see if we were to declare war. So it is to take Aijo and this is Amori Wargle. Okay, they will call out the allies of. Okay, so we'll just let it let it slide on a little bit because we don't want them to have an army present. But I do want to know what's happening right over there. I do want to know how the war is going. Because I did see a little army going down south. Okay, I need visuals. Because if he's winning, then that actually means quite a lot. I highly doubt he's winning though. Okay, we can't really see much. What if I were to pull you in port? Would that help? No? Huh. Interesting, because you do see a siege is happening here. And you are also in the war. Are you fighting in two wars, are we? Interesting. So yeah, not really sure what's happening right over there. However, I still do feel confident enough to just go in and kill. Shit, a call of arms. So the nation of Mogami, your faithful allies, requesting that you. Oh, okay, so they want us to just join this little war. Yeah, sure, we'll do, why not? We'll just send our navies in, I suppose, to help blockade or something. Okay, so he has a 7 stack, and it appears that he might actually put it off. So, what we do want in this scenario is actually that they win. Because if they win, then we can just attack them and take all the provinces they've just gained. But that's a little bit... I don't really think they will win, because once this war is over, they will just, come down and swoop in for the kill. Let's see, what do we want? Do we want the national manpower modifier, or do we want the combat ability? We are lagging behind with it, and 650. So it will cost us 588. Okay, let's reset the bar. So before the bar was like we need the technology needs to be 500 before we do it. Let's raise it to 600. Okay, there we are. Because yeah, we are lagging behind quite a lot. And we have managed to already get 3 of the ideas. Okay, let's see. Okay, you are actually mobilizing for war for some reason. I suppose there is a reason for that. Okay, however, we could not really annex you. So we do want to annex you, otherwise we'll just have to let you go and kill you over time. But we did not have any neighboring provinces, which is a little bit weird, if you ask me, but sure. in due time. So we want to go to war. Right, how is the war for you going, I suppose? Show province. -2, okay. So calling on recruits. So with the war dragging on, the War Council has suggested an extra troop levy to call up recruits and manpower from the provinces, since troop levies will be damaging to our authority. Some are instead suggesting that we ease the present burdens suffered by our peasantry. A third option would be to just leave it be. So this is basically, do we want to call up more troops, which will increase our manpower modifier, but it will cost money and increase local unrest, which is very undesirable. Or do we want to lose prestige so we will get reduced war exhaustion, which is not really that present? Or do we just not want to do anything? I think we don't really want to do anything right now. On the other side, let's see. We will need 744, so we will just get the reduced build cost. Yes, thank you. Yeah, sure. And I think it is almost time to call it a day with the war. And then we can see that Oda is growing as well. Powerful ally. Getting a little bit too powerful, if you ask me, for comfort. Because this block here, it just it could in one swing just become one nation, and then we have to fight for it, and then it could go bad quite quickly. However, we want to go to war. Nah, let's just wait for this war to end first. I think we'll have more benefits if we do so. Okay, let's just kill the navy off. It's a quick one. Nice. Yeah, we're still operational. Excellent. So this war's almost over, and then you will die a quick death, and then all's well. And we can actually get a new leader, which is not really a good thing. So nobles demand increased pension. So kings had to keep their unruly nobles in line through many methods. One of the most common was called harsh cash. Nobles would demand increased pensions in exchange for relinquishing certain rights to the king. So accept demands, which will increase. Oh, okay. Suppose we just had that thing happen. And apparently there is an anti-government rebel group happening, because we have a yeah, we actually have some war. Okay, the war's over. Never mind. So full annexation was demanded. Interesting. So we want you to maintain our ally, and we actually have too few rivals. And Oda is actually a good rival, but we will not rival Oda. Oh no, we don't want to do so. Okay, now that we are out of this war, we will prepare for the next one, because our manpower is pretty much doing quite well. Yeah, sure. Do we still want to build some more armories? I do think so. Excellent. And the next tier we will get, I suppose, when the new technology is right over there. Okay, so province converts. No, province converts. So the number of Catholics converts has increased dramatically since foreigners were allowed to freely enter Japan. People, it is 1384. Japan was not yet discovered. Oh well. Enough subjects of the Hoki have now converted to make Catholicism the biggest religion in the province. Okay, could this be a good thing? So religion of Hoki changes to Catholic. You what? Oh well. Boundary dispute. So the lack of good maps and tools create accurate maps would occasionally lead to overlapping claims of authority in border regions. These disputes were usually over very marginal areas. We don't really care for this, because we have the Casus Belli, because we have Japanese Daijo. Let's see, it is the Sengoku. We already have them. Oh. So it's basically lose stability, which is one of those things I don't want to lose, or lose opinion of someone we've already basically shit upon. Yeah, sure, that's a very easy one. And we actually now have a causes Belli or Acclaim. So, he actually has an army stationed there. Wow. A good one as well. Or oh, Yusugi is chilling here as well. Interesting. Yeah, I just want this war to end now too, because I want him to, oh, for fuck's sake, stop calling me into wars. However, this could actually be good. So, the nation of Oda, your faithful allies, is requesting that you come to the aid in the Oda conquest of Sotomi against Satomi. This is a war that they've started. Sotomi is allied to Yamanuchi and Mogami. So we are basically looking at... Oh, I don't want to upset Mogami just yet. Okay, we need to actually move quicker than I figured. Because Oda's... I don't want to upset both my allies. And Oda needs to shrink a little bit. So we need to decline this one. Decline this one as well. Sorry. We are bastards. We then just go do this. And they are actually allied to Kitkabe, which is you. Interesting. Okay, we'll just annex both of them. We'll just very easily declare war. Kitkabe, with who the fuck are you allied? With Uchi and Mijoshi. So that's you. Okay, this war could actually drag on for a little bit. Force limits have been reached. And I can't really rely on anyone to just go in and help me. I don't think so. No, nobody is interested in... Oh wow, we are still allied to Oda and Mogami, are we not? No, we're not. Could we still be friends? Yes, we could be. Excellent! So, we're still friends. Also just sent someone to advise. Let's see. Just sent a dude to make sure that they are happy. So they're a little bit hostile towards us right now. Yeah. Let's still just wait. So truce has expired. Okay. We need this war to end, and then we'll just swoop in for this war, and then yeah. And I don't really like the fact that we are looking at Christianity. How the fuck did that happen, honestly? A little bit too early, if you ask me. Okay, could we please just end this war? Come on. Oda, just die quickly. Oh well. I'll just, yeah. So, corruption. Really? There's corruption in my government? Oh, corruption is one of the most common and frequent factors of political and economic life. Never in history was this more prominent than in the times of the feudal regime. So, try to eradicate the problem or ignore it. I think we do want to eradicate the problem. But that will lead to stability drop, unfortunately. So it's really gonna, yeah, all these events are really not really helping. In that case, I do feel obligated to actually get some sheriffs thingamabobbers going to reduce autonomy, unrest, and, well, spy defense, not really what I care for too much. But, sure. Let's get that one cracking. Okay. Still, I would like this war to end. Yeah, or not. I think we'll just, you know, go for it now. Because Kitakabe is basically dead. Almost dead. Okay, and then we'll just... yeah, I think this will work out for the best. Okay, and enter the military alliance with our enemy. That is unfortunate. Okay, so we're basically looking at almost full domination. Okay, let's get those guys as well. Also, our navy should be doing stuff as well. We are looking at 3 ships. Okay, we've got this one. Alright, boys. Let's wreck some more shit. Okay, so 100% here, 100% here. Good enough for me. I think this war will be a swift one. So, however, this episode has also been a swift one. I'd like to thank you for watching. As always, please leave a comment down below expressing your opinion about this series, especially on the thing I've said in the beginning. Would you like to get a continuation of the series as Japan? I'm happy to make it. However, there has to be anime. I'm not really sure if that's actually an English word. But you know, there has to be interest. People need to watch, otherwise I'll just move on to something more interesting. Because of course, what I found that people really like the Mountain Blade Warband series, and I have found a very interesting mod to play. It's the Genku mod, or I don't know, but it's basically a over-the-top version, and I really like it. You can ride elephants, wolves, pretty awesome. So do leave a comment down below about that or just anything else. And furthermore, thanks for watching and bye.